Hey folks, you know when you guys change shocks in an old car, most of the new shocks nowadays are gas charged, or if you're able to get I think they make like a classic type of shock where it's half oil and half gas. But let me explain something to you. When you put a gas charged shock in an old car, the ride is not going to be the same. It's going to be a lot stiffer. That's why I like to go with the old oil shocks. Some company still makes it. You just gotta search for it. But that's what I like to go for. Nothing but oil. Okay, I don't get the one that's half oil and half gas. Here's a 69 Dart with the old oil shocks. Just give you an example, and then I'm gonna show you a couple of shocks that I saw online. Like this one over here. Okay, this is an old oil shock. It's got 42,000 miles on it, this car. So most likely it's the original shock. And it's pretty good. Listen, you can go on the fender. I'm gonna push down on it and you're gonna see how soft it is. Just like that. See that? Bounce a little harder. And it's still good. Right, you bounce it real hard and it comes right back up. And it's nice and easy. Now watch this. I'm just gonna lean on it just a little bit and watch how the car goes down a little bit. There's no resistance. See that? Right? Put my hand on the bumper, watch. Just push it down on it. See how it settles? See? Because the shock is compressing right now. When you put those gas shocks in there, they got so much pressure pushing up on it that you won't be able to do this on a gas shock. Oil shock, you're gonna go right there. Okay? I look at it this way. Think of it as sitting on a bed mattress. When you sit on the mattress, it goes down just like that. So imagine if you're sitting on a rock or a really firm mattress where when you sit on it, it don't even move. So if you don't even move, that's how your ride is when you go down into the street. This way you go over the bumps. Got a nice little bumpy, nice little cushiony ride. I'm not gonna say it runs like a Cadillac, but it'll be a lot smoother, right? I'm gonna show you the shocks that I have as an example. Let's do that. All right, here's an example of a oil shock. FCS makes it, okay? This is old school oil, no gas. So, inside it, if you remember back in the days when you bought an oil shock, once you take it out of the box, you're supposed to pump it up and down about 4 times or so, just to get everything circulating, get the valves and the oil circulating up and down, okay, before you install it. All right, so if you notice that with the oil shock, I'm able to push it down with one hand. Comes up pretty good. See, nice and easy. And if it's like halfway down like this, you're able to have a nice little cushion. So if you're going over a little bump like that, nice and cushiony, right? It's not hard as a rock. Still able to push it with one hand, even though this stud over here is going into my palm. But this is going to give you a nice ride over a gas one. Let's go check out a gas one. Let's go with the XLG. Okay. KYB makes an XLG. This is, I think, that's what they sell most of the time now. Remember they had the KYB white, had the KYB silver. So this one, I guess, is what they sell most of the time nowadays. Let's take the wrapper out. There it is here. See that? It's a different, you know, technically it's a different shock. It's not the same shock. This is more of a rear shock. But you notice that has a strap on it. The strap on it is because it's under pressure. It wants to push up. All right, so 2 hands, you push it up, put it down, and this is going to come up like that. So I'm going to take the strap off, and this thing is going to keep growing and growing and growing. All right, so with this one, remember, once it's charged, you have the gas in there. So you can pump it up a couple times. I can't get it to go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, once you pump a couple times, I guess same thing as the oiled one. You kind of rejuvenate it and get all the oil and the gas up to the top, and you push it down. All right, so here, I believe the XLG is a mixture of oil and gas. All right, so it's got a little bit of each. Same thing here. All right, this one, I can't do it with one hand. Okay, gotta do it with two. And you push it down. Mamma mia. Okay, now let's say if you go halfway like this, you got your little bump. Okay, it's not as easy as the one with the oil. Okay, you still need to push it down a little bit. So if you're going over little bumps a little bit, okay, it's going to be a bit of a firm ride, like that. And depending on the tires that you have and how much air you have in the tire, around the bump, it's going to end up skipping. You know, when you're driving, it's going to skip. Instead of the regular bouncing like this with the tire, this is going to be so tough on it, then it's going to skip. All right, so let's go with the next shock. All right, so that shock, the one that I showed you, XLG, different brand, but that's the part number 344386. They're not for the same car. I'm just using these as examples. So next one is going to be the gas adjust KYB. This one's going to be a 553392. I'll open this one up. Let's see. This is a front shock. Okay. Same thing. This is the silver one. This the one also has a strut with a shaft. Oh my God, this one. Okay. This one is even much harder to push in. Let me try. I'm going to stand up because I don't have to stand up on this one. Put it on my deck here. All right, so you can push down on this hip, people. Oh my God. Oh yeah. This is even harder to push in. It's all right. Let me see if I can get this strap off here. Hang on. Go it down. Take the strap in time. Ready? Let's see. Ah, you best. Okay. Ain't gonna work. All right, hang on. So get it off this side. Okay. Perfect. Look at that. Look how much it grows. Okay. Just gonna show you up here. Okay. It was strapped down over here in the closed position, and this is in the open position. See how it is? All right, so if you put this shock in there, which is the silver one, which is similar to the white one, this is under a lot of pressure. Okay, right now, this is under a lot of pressure, and it's going to be pushing up on your suspension. So this is not going to have any kind of wiggle room to go down. Watch this. I'm going to stand here. Okay, there you go. Now, if you're in the middle here, let's push it up on me. Okay, if you're in the middle here, and you're going over a bumpy ride, it pushes right back up. It's not going to compress that easy. So this is going to be like hard as a rock. Listen, your suspension going up and down is going to be basically on your tires on this one. This one is hard as a rock. This is good for maybe when you're towing something or you have a lot of weight in it, you know. Doesn't matter if you have a big block or small block. This is a lot of stress on the suspension. This is pushing up a lot. Okay, just to get it to compress. You guys know when you installed these things, right? Once you cut the strap, that thing started to go up. It was hard for you to connect the bolts on, right? So yeah, so imagine putting this in your car. All right, so under all that pressure, it's holding the nose up in the air. It's never going to push down, right? If this was on the car, okay, you definitely wouldn't be able to even push down like I did on the fender. All right, let's push. Imagine 2 of these, okay, one on each fender. You're not able to bounce it, because as soon as you let go of it, it comes right back again. All right, so that's what I'm trying to say. If you guys want to get good shocks, that's fine, but just understand that you are going to lose the ride. The ride is not going to be good because of the gas that's in this shock that's pushing up. This is like actually like having an extra spring. It's probably worse on torsion bar cars because you don't really have a coil on that. How am I going to do this? Try to strap this here. Catch it in time. Oh yeah, there you go, made it. All right, that's my video on shocks for me. All right, you guys can pick whatever shock that you want. You want this one, that's going to give you a hard ride, and when you go over bumps, the tire is going to end up skipping. It's great maybe for road course, because then it won't compress when you're making the turns. XLG, it's better than stock because it's half gas and half oil. Right? Otherwise, old cars, I go with the all oil. Those are the best. I love it in my Barracuda. Rides as smooth as a Cadillac. All right, old school oil. They don't really make it no more. FCS makes it. Otherwise, the old Monroe Matics were probably the best. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching.